On The Voice, fans are always treated to some incredible additions, and this season was no exception. One contestant wowed the coaches with an Aretha Franklin cover that had them on their feet. But what happened next shocked everyone. The knockout rounds completely changed the course of his journey. Let's rewind a bit. The audition stage of The Voice is always full of raw talent, but this contestant really stood out when he performed Aretha Franklin's iconic song. The energy, the passion, and the vocal precision he brought to that stage had the coaches raving. They couldn't get enough of his powerhouse performance, with each coach scrambling to get him on their team. The excitement was palpable, and viewers watching at home could tell he was about to become one of the season's fan favorites. Aretha Franklin is a legendary artist, and covering one of her songs is never easy. It requires a deep understanding of vocal control, range, and the ability to channel emotion into every note. This contestant did all of that and more, capturing the essence of Aretha's style while still making the song his own. The coaches were clearly impressed, and they didn't hesitate to turn their chairs for him. At this point, it seemed like nothing could stand in his way. With the blind auditions behind him, he was one of the frontrunners. The coaches were eager to work with him and help him develop his unique sound. But little did he know, the knockout rounds were just around the corner, and they would throw a huge curveball into his journey. In the knockouts, contestants face off against someone from their own team in a head-to-head battle, performing an entirely new song in front of the coaches. The stakes are high, and only the best of the best move on to the next round. It's a make-or-break moment, and for this contestant, things didn't go as smoothly as everyone had hoped. During the knockouts, he was up against a strong competitor who brought their A-game. While his Aretha Franklin cover had gotten him noticed, his performance in the knockouts seemed to lack the same spark. His opponent delivered a performance that had the coaches singing their praises, and suddenly, the decision wasn't as clear-cut as it had been during the blind auditions. The energy and emotion he displayed in his audition seemed to fall short in this new round, and the coaches started questioning whether he could truly compete at this level. The big twist came when it was time for the coaches to make their decision. The contestant, who had seemed like a sure thing just a few weeks ago, found himself in a tough position. The coaches had to make a hard call, and it was clear that the knockouts had changed everything. His previous performances might have earned him a spot in the spotlight, but the competition had just gotten tougher. Could he bounce back? Would his audition performance be enough to keep him in the game? In the end, it all came down to the coach's choice, and the outcome wasn't what many fans expected. The contestant was eliminated from the competition, despite the promise he'd shown in the blind auditions. It was a tough blow, especially after such a stunning Aretha Franklin cover that had the coaches on their feet. But the knockouts had a way of leveling the playing field, and sometimes, even the most powerful performances aren't enough to carry someone through. While it was a heartbreaking moment for the contestant and his fans, it also served as a reminder of how unpredictable The Voice can be. Talent alone doesn't always guarantee success, and the pressure of the knockouts can make or break even the most talented singers. As viewers, we're left to wonder what could have been. But that's the beauty of this competition. Anything can happen. Despite his early exit, the contestant's audition will remain one of the highlights of the season. His Aretha Franklin cover proved that he has a powerful voice and a passion for music that will undoubtedly carry him far in his career, whether or not he wins The Voice.